सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर
bhajan for the day, which Mataji so very nicely sang. What is the translation? Anyone wants to read this translation? Mataji, you want to read the translation?
Okay.
English translation, yes.
I offer my obeisances to Lord Narasimha, who gives joy to Prahlad Maharaja, and whose nails are like chisels on the stone, like the chest of the demon Hiranyakashipu. Lord, shall I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Lord Narasimha is here and also there. Wherever I go, Lord Narasimha is there. He is in the heart and is outside as well. I surrender to Lord Narasimha, the origin of all things and the supreme refuge. O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of half human, half lion, all glories to you. Just as one can easily crush a wasp between one's fingernails, so in the same way, the body of the wasp, like human Hiranyakashipu, has been ripped apart by the wonderful pointed nails on your beautiful lotus hands.
Thank you. So, what does this bhajan indicate? One is the actual pastime, wherein Hiranyakashipu was killed by Lord Nrsimhadev. But for us, what does that imply? Yes, we need to surrender, yes. The tearing asunder of Hiranyakashipu reflects what for in our lives? Last week we discussed. That is our anarthas. Yes, very good. PAGAL. All our pagalpan is removed by who? Lord Nrsimhadev. That's why now you may wonder, highest worship in bhakti is Lord Krishna and Radharani. There is nothing higher in the realm of bhakti than that. Okay. And in the ensuing classes we will also discuss why it is like that. Okay. But Radha Krishna worship being the highest in bhakti, then why do we have to worship Lord Nrsimhadev separately for it? Okay. Why can't we just ask, hey Radha, Radharani, hey Krishna, please remove my anarthas. Why can't we? Why should we, go to Nrsimhadev? Because Nrsimhadev has got the specific portfolio. He is the portfolio manager of anartha removal. That is why he has got Sila Tankha Nakhalai. He's got with his nails, just as much as he destroyed Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu was the personification of pride, anger, greed, envy and lust. He was the personification of that. अगर ये चीजों का घुल मिला के एक इंसान तैयार हुआ था तो वो हिरण्यकशिपु, that was right. So what he did, and he tore that Hiranyakashipu apart. So which means that and Lord Nrsimhadev can remove this anarthas at any point in time, at any geographical location. Inside, outside, nothing. He can do whatever he wants. If he decides, he can remove our anarthas. So Lord Nrsimhadev interferes in our life when we pray to him, and he helps us remove our anarthas. Because unless these anarthas are removed, then Radha Krishna worship will truly be never, purely be never established in our heart. Therefore Nrsimhadev prepares our heart to be a fertile ground where Radha and Krishna can then come and sit. So that is why this prayer is very important for us. Of course, the pastime is also there. Okay. So thank you for singing that, Mataji. Next week, who wants to volunteer to sing this? You want to volunteer? Very nice. Thank you so much. Okay. So prepare. Hear this bhajan on the internet nicely. Okay. So and then when you keep hearing, you also keep hearing, so that we can then sing even better and better for the Lord. Okay. This is not Pankaj Udas, right? we don't sing. So bhakti is very important. Actually, it is said that as we progress in bhakti, the excellence of elements is less important. As we progress in bhakti, the excellence of elements is less important. What is more important? The bhav with which we do things, that is more important. It does not, Krishna is okay even if little bit less salt is there in the khichdi. He's okay. He's not going to punish. Namak kam dal diya. Chalo abhi. Narak lok is waiting for you. No, not like that. That's not God. That is our boss. Right? So where Krishna, he accepts, because what does he see? He says, ठीक है नमक कम डाला लेकिन मेरी भक्ति से एकदम भक्ति से की है मेरे लिए. So I will eat even without namak I will eat. He even ate what? Banana peel when Udara's wife offered him. उन्होंने banana भी नहीं दिया, banana का छिलका खिलाया भगवान को, फिर भी लिया उन्होंने. Why? Because there was bhakti in that, भाव था उसमें. ठीक है. So therefore, but still what happens? Our sentiment is what? He accepts everything. But what is our duty? Our duty is to sing, develop ourselves to do better and better out of love for the Lord. Not out of a sense of performance or whatever. So that is why we keep developing. So keep singing, keep singing, keep singing. Okay, please continue singing. And then what will happen? By singing only we will develop. Suppose someone says, "Nee, I will not swim. Once I learn swimming, then I'll dive in the water." How does that sound? Ridiculous. Correct or no? We will have to dive into the water, swim imperfectly, then only we can swim perfectly. If a child says, I will, since childhood, जैसे ही बाहर आया सलमान खान कहते चलूंगा मैं. No, does it work? No. The child is going to walk, fall down, crawl, fall down. सब कुछ होगा. फिर मम्मी will then, पप्पी आजा. And then slowly एक एक कदम रख के चलेगा. So the mother is not saying क्या चलता है यार. He will not say like that, right? So Krishna is also like that, the Supreme Father. He will not mind our mistakes in whatever we do. So don't bindas, do all your mistakes. Okay? But try to keep on doing better and better out of love for the Lord. Okay? And for that, and bhajans, how to sing, what is the best way of singing bhajans better and better? By listening to bhajans. When you listen and sing along with that, whoever is singing, when he sings, you follow, you sing. And घर में करते रहने का. Okay, at all points in time, keep singing. That is chanting only, it is kirtan only, right? It's very purifying, right? Even if you are doing it to train yourself, still Krishna will, that activity itself is purifying. Krishna will not say, "Hey, wo to training tha yaar. That was demo version, that's not counted." No. Will you do like that? No. In bhakti, everything is counted. Correct. Whatever we do as apprentice is counted. Whatever mistakes we do, that is also, Krishna will take the essence of that. Okay. And whatever we do later on, seriously, that also. In fact, it is said, even if two singers are there, one cannot sing very well, but sings out of bhakti. Another one sings like Tansen, but has got pride. I can sing so well. Whose bhajan will Krishna like?
The one who...
Yes, who will singing with bhakti. That is why I said the excellence of elements is not seen by Krishna. Okay? So, please continue doing this good effort. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, we'll go to the next part, Satsanga. So, we have a very good devotee in the temple. He's a very, very close to my heart. His name is Dharmakrit Prabhu. Anyone knows him? You know him? Okay. So I was told that, aap log hi ho. So I was told by Dipankar Prabhu that Dharmakrit Prabhu's friends are going to come to this program. So aap log hi ho. Okay. Very nice. We'll welcome them with a big hand. Dharmakrit Prabhu is a very hard working devotee. बहुत उन्होंने सर्विस किया है इस्कॉन महाप्रभु मंदिर के लिए, and he continues to do also, right? Very good family there. Very nice wife supporting her husband in Krishna Bhakti. Very well mannered children, especially his elder daughter who I have interacted with many years. She's a very intelligent girl and very well mannered girl. So very happy that you all know him. And welcome to the program. Prabhuji, we have a small format for introducing people who are coming for the first time. It's mentioned in the paper, which is self-introduction. So if you could kindly see that, Hare Krishna. And please introduce yourself in line with whatever is written here. We will be very grateful to you.
Hare Krishna everyone. My name is Atul Goel and I work at ANZ as a product owner in the IT division. And we have been in Melbourne for the last 10 years, me and my wife, Neha. And we have 2 kids. My son is 8 and daughter is 7.
What are their names?
Name is Arnav and Anaya.
Arnav and Anaya, very nice. Okay. Arnav and Anaya are in the children's class right now. Okay, very good. Okay. Okay, Prabhuji. And who introduced you? We know. Dharmakrit Prabhu. Okay. And what are your expectations from the program?
To basically continue bhakti. We do bhakti at home,
Nice.
but we want to, like, my grandfather or my father, everyone's into bhakti, but this is something new for us. So we wanted to continue bhakti and get along with others who do bhakti. So
Where are you that way from? You are from Delhi,
I'm
North?
from Indore. We are
From Indore, acha. Okay, okay. Very nice. Okay, welcome to the program, Atul ji. Mataji.
Hare Krishna everyone. My name is Neha Goyal. So basically I work at ANZ as an engineer in integration, and we live here in Trabhina. We've got 2 kids, as he said, Rav and Anaya, 8 and 5, not 7.
You will be in trouble today evening when you go home.
So personally, my expectation from this program, frankly speaking, I'm not much into puja. My parents and my grandparents keep saying you should do some puja. I keep taking Bhagwan name all the day, but I don't do it properly by sitting in mandir and lighting up the diya and all these things. So I want to increase that bhav within myself to emerge in this program and increase that feeling inside me so that I can just take one more step ahead personally. So yeah, thank you everyone.
Thank you, Neha ji. Thank you for coming for our program. Welcome. I was into puja right from childhood, but not that puja. Puja Bhatt and Puja Batra. Okay, I used to love Bollywood movies. I used to watch movies of these people. But yeah, thank you. So, spirituality, Hare Krishna. Spirituality consists, what is the meaning of spirituality? Anyone thought about it? Taruna and Karuna ji. Hare Krishna. Spirituality का मतलब क्या है?
Which attaches from your internal soul.
Okay.
And you keep remembering about them.
You keep remembering about your soul? Because there is nothing called as our soul. We are the soul. जहाँ our वाला question खत्म हो जाता है वही soul है. Yes.
It is we need to do a ritual for the spirit.
We need to do ritual for the spirit. Okay, you are somewhere close. Okay. Malay Prabhu, बोलिए. Connecting to God. Yeah, okay. Yeah. But why is the word called spirituality? कुछ भी बोल सकता था. They could have said connectivity or something like that. Correct. Why spirituality word is used? She was very close to it. Yes. Journey to look inwards. Yes. But why the word spirituality? Okay, I'm going to break the ice now. Okay. No suspense. Spirituality comes from the word spirit plus ritual. Okay. जैसा नेहा माता जी ने बोला अभी. हरे कृष्णा. How to do puja? She said no. So puja, punaskar, वगैरह वगैरह ये जो है, that some people call it as what? Ritual. But spirituality is उसको जान के करना, कौन से मूड में करना चाहिए, क्यों करना चाहिए, कैसे करना चाहिए, right? And वो करने से क्या मिलेगा, okay? कौन से भाव से करना चाहिए, that is the spirit behind the ritual. That's why it's called as what? The word is called as spirituality. So spiritual is the, everyone will remember this point. What is the difference between, what is meaning of spirituality? Hare Krishna. What is spiritual? Spiritual means knowing the spirit behind the ritual. उस ritual के पीछे क्या spirit छुपा हुआ है, वो अच्छे तरीके से जान के पूरे information के साथ, when we do it with full information, not out of mere sentiment. When we do it with full knowledge, transcendent, Hare Krishna Prabhu, with full transcendental knowledge and information, that is called as spirituality. Okay, that is why we say spirituality cannot come without spiritual education. So what is this program aiming at? It is aiming at education. This education is going to lead to 2 things. What are the 2 things this education is going to lead to? One is information, and then more importantly, transformation. Okay. So education should lead to information and subsequent transformation. And between this information and transformation, whatever is that is the process of bhakti. Okay, so information, practical application leading to transformation. So that is the whole process. Okay, all right, very good. Okay, so anyone else for the first time to this program we have missed? Okay, Atul ji and Neha ji. Okay, very good. So let's go to the group recital of last week's homework. What was the not homework, sorry, I shouldn't call it as homework. Whatever we discussed last week, we will all look at our papers or our WhatsApp, whatever, and then recite that. But you all have to lead. Who wants to lead last week's thing? You want to lead? Okay, go ahead. Okay, 3 people can lead. Okay, you go first.
Neha Vikrama Nashu Sri.
This was last week's verse, no? Okay, very good. By heart. Very good. Okay.
Satyavayo Navidyate.
Okay, so we all will recite with you. Okay, say.
Neha Vikrama Nashu Sri.
Neha Vikrama Nashosti.
Pratyavayo Navidyate.
Pratyavayo Navidyate.
Swalpamapyasya dharmasya.
Swalpamapyasya dharmasya.
Trayate Mahato Bhaya.
Trayate Mahato Bhayat. Well done. Without seeing. Very good. Okay. What is the meaning? Meaning by heart?
Like in this endeavor, there's no loss or diminution, and even a little bit, the slightest bit of advancement we make, it will help us from the biggest danger of life.
Beautiful. Very good. Very nice. Very good. Well done. Well done. Thank you. Anyone else wants to attempt? Even seeing is okay. Acha, okay. Neha Vikrama Nashosti. Pratyavayo na vidyate. Swalpamapyasya dharmasya. Trayate Mahato Bhayat. Very good. Okay, what's the translation?
In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and the little advancement on this path protect one from the greatest.
Wonderful. 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 Okay. Now the ladies have scored 2 points. आप लोग पीछे रह गए हो अभी. Let me see. You can read also. आधा पॉइंट मिलेगा. कुछ तो मिल रहा है ना, ठीक है. हमारा भी लाज रखो थोड़ा.
नेहा विक्रम नाशोस्ति.
नेहा विक्रम नाशोस्ति.
प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते.
प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते.
स्वल्पमापस्य धर्मस्य.
स्वल्पमाप्यस्य धर्मस्य.
त्रायते महतो भयात्.
त्रायते महतो भयात्.
In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most danger type of fear.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. We'll clap for you also.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wants to read? Want to read? Okay.
Neha Vikrama Nashosti.
Neha Vikrama Nashosti.
Pratyavayo na vidyate.
Pratyavayo na vidyate.
Swalpa api asya.
Swalpam apyasya dharmasya. Yeah.
Trayate Mahato Bhayat.
Trayate Mahato Bhayat. Translation.
In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution. And a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear.
Very good. Hare Krishna. Okay. So, again, what is the greatest danger? Remember last week we discussed. Let's see who remembers. What is this greatest danger? Very good. Of we losing our human form of life. मनुष्य देह खो देना और प्राणियों की योनि में जन्म लेना. That is what is talked about here. So Krishna says, इतना सा भी, थोड़ा सा भी भक्ति किया, what happens? At least we'll get a human form, right? Right? That's good news. Obviously, do we want to get a human form and come again here? Why? Just getting a human form is not enough. Discuss why.
अंधेरी स्टेशन का कुत्ता और
अंधेरी स्टेशन का कुत्ता है. ओके ना, अभी कुत्ता का नहीं, अभी ह्यूमन फॉर्म मिल गया ना अभी. ओके, ओनली गेटिंग अ ह्यूमन फॉर्म. अलादीन इज कमिंग. देख किसने, अलादीन, अरे मेरे घर पे आ गया, किसने भेजा? ओ भगवान ने भेजा है, तूने भक्ति किया है, सुना तो मैं आ गया. तुमको ह्यूमन फॉर्म मिल रहा है. अच्छा, वेरी गुड. व्हाट विल बी द क्वेश्चंस यू विल आस्क हिम? हाँ, कहाँ पे भाई? सीरिया में, पाकिस्तान में, कहाँ पे दे रहे हो? इजिप्ट में, इथियोपिया में दे रहे हो, इंडिया में दे रहे हो? वेयर डू यू वांट ह्यूमन फॉर्म? इंडिया. अगर इंडिया में ह्यूमन फॉर्म है तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया में पीआर लेके क्यों आए? अलादीन पूछेगा ना, इतना इंडिया से प्यार है तो. इंडिया में भी लोचा है, करेक्ट. इंडिया ऑल्सो हैज गॉट प्रॉब्लम्स, करेक्ट. देन ओके, नाउ व्हाट? Okay, still some people said India. One lady I told, no, she said, Raichur. अरे रायचूर में क्या है? वड़ा पाव मिलता है क्या उधर? She said, no, my parents are from Raichur. Then we told her, parents of which lifetime? Next, parents already गए हैं, अभी क्या रायचूर? Correct. What if the father desires, I wish I was born in America. Daughter बेचारी father का वेट कर रही है रायचूर में. Father को अच्छा लगा लॉस एंजलिस. He is software engineer there, she is working in Hyderabad offshore center. क्या फायदा है? Correct, no? So therefore, what is the point? The point is, nowhere in this material world is one very safe. There is no country, no place in this material world which is trouble free. Because the material world is what? Dukhalayam ashashvatam. Therefore, but then why Krishna is saying can save someone from the greatest danger? Then you can argue with Krishna, क्या भगवान ऐसा बोलते हो यार तुम? हाँ, you are saving me from the greatest danger, ऐसा बोल दिया, लेकिन फिर इधर भी तो प्रॉब्लम है ह्यूमन फॉर्म में. Why still we have been saved from the greatest danger? Why?
We can do bhakti.
Very good. There is the wisdom of Prabhuji. Very good. Because only in human form of life we can do satsang. Can we say सब प्राणियों को Altona Meadows strictly avenue में बुलाया गया है. All animals are coming running. And then everybody sitting like that, ऐसा हुआ है कभी? जानवरों का सत्संग देखा है कभी? No. This is only the prerogative of human form of life. ये last chance है. If we waste this human form of life in 4 activities which are
eating, meeting,
eating, mating, sleeping and defending. ठीक है? Meds याद रखना, meds. Mating, eating, sleeping, defending and sleeping. Or if you want to remember Sanskrit, which is even better, ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithunam. Ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithunamscha samanyametat pashubhir naranam. Dharmo hi tesho adhiko vishesho dharme nahina pashubhir samanah. Which means if we only waste our human life in eating, sleeping, mating and defending, then what will happen? We are definitely going to lose the human form of life. If a general manager has been given cabin and cabin में बैठ के पूरा दिन he is only eating pizza, will the company keep him? बोलते हैं why your general manager cabin, why it has been given? That facility has been given so that he can do something more with his life for the company. So this facility is like a cabin. This cabin of human form has been given to us for God realization. If we waste this human form, next lifetime, boom, gone, right? So that is what the scriptures say. Okay, all right, very good. Now that was about last week's verse. Now today next we will do the verse for today. We are talking slightly behind time. Okay, so I am going to recite. I'll lead and all of you please follow the verse for today. Another very interesting verse. Okay, this verse is again from chapter 2. कितने beautiful verses है देखो chapter 2 में. Because chapter 2 में अर्जुन अपना वांदा सुना दिया भगवान को, right? Arjun has lamented now, and then now Krishna is responding to Arjun. That response is all there in chapter 2. Some of the most beautiful verses of Bhagavad Gita. इसके chapter 2 बहुत अच्छा है. Okay, today's verse is 2.41. The next verse for us. So please repeat after me. व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिर व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिर एकेह कुरु नंदना एकेह कुरु नंदना बहुशाखा हि अनन्ताश्च बहुशाखा हि अनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो अव्यवसायिनां. That hash before the V is a. Okay? Whenever there is a stress, it's because Sanskrit में English में ऐसा लिखा गया है, but that you have to pronounce it as avyavasayinam. Okay? मतलब in Sanskrit when you read something, no, because Buddha yo has come, as per the rules of Sanskrit, when the yo has come, then again you don't start with a. So it's pronounced in one line as Buddha yo vyavasayinam. But if you have to split and say, it's Buddha yo avyavasayinam. Okay? So Buddha yo avyavasayinam. व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिर एकेह कुरु नंदना बहुशाखा हि अनंताश्च बुद्धयो अव्यवसायिनां. व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिर एकेह कुरु नंदना बहुशाखा हि अनंताश्च बुद्धयो अव्यवसायिनां. Okay, someone wants to lead? Yeah, one of you lead and then others will follow. Wish Prabhu, let him also participate in this. Otherwise, he is distributing beads of there's कुछ ध्यान ही नहीं रहेगा. Get some other, our internal volunteer to do it. बहुशाखा हि अनंताश्च बुद्धयो अव्यवसायिनां. Anyone else? Go ahead. What you want to? No? Anyone else? Prabhuji? Yes, Mataji. Go ahead. व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि एकेह कुरु नंदना बहुशाखा हि अनंताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनां. Thank you. So what is the meaning? Those who are on this path, please repeat after me. Those who are resolute in purpose. Which path is being talked about? The process of Krishna Bhakti. Okay? Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose. And their aim is one. And their aim is one. O beloved child of the Kurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many branched. O beloved child of the Kurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many branched. Okay. So let's spend just 2-3 minutes, okay, on discussing what is this verse. Krishna क्यों बोल रहे हैं अर्जुन को, right? So let's first see the Sanskrit. Vyavasayatmika buddhi means what? Those who are resolute, those who are on this path are resolute. Vyavasayatmika buddhi means what? One-pointed attention, one-pointed focus. For example, okay, we'll take all the beads then. Ready? Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Vyavasayatmika buddhi means what? It means what? Vyavasayika buddhi means what? Single pointed focus. When Dronacharya was teaching everyone, क्या सिखा रहे थे? धनुर्विद्या. So he asked दुर्योधन, क्या दिखाई दे रहा है? सब कुछ दिखा रहे हैं, नज़ारे, ये हंसी वादियाँ, ये खुला आसमां, everything he started saying. Correct or no? Correct? But when he came to Arjun, Arjun क्या बोल रहा है? I can't say anything except that. Oh, okay. Now, this principle is often taught even in corporate life. Focus on the target. बॉस को बोलते हैं, बॉस आई वर्क सो हार्ड, मैंने इतना मेहनत किया क्वार्टर में. अबे चुप. सेल्स कितना बढ़ाया? क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर सेल्स कितना बढ़ाया? मार्जिन कितना है? हैव यू अचीव्ड द ऑपरेटिंग मार्जिन ऑफ 35%? नो सर, बट आई वर्क वेरी हार्ड. मां कसम बहुत काम किया. So therefore what happens as managers? What happens? At the very beginning of the year, what does an effective manager do? At the very beginning of the year, what do? We ask our boss, what are your KPIs? आपका KPIs क्या है? And मैं जो भी करूँगा, I will make you look good in front of your manager because I will work so that you are successful in your KPIs. I'll make that my KPIs. थोड़ा ट्रांसलेट करना पड़ेगा. That is what is called as management by objectives. Okay, in management principle, everyone working towards the strategic focus of the organization, right? So that is that single pointedness. व्यवसायित्मिका बुद्धिर, ये अचीव करना है अभी. So Krishna is talking about that to Arjun. But कौन से context में? Not in corporate language context, right? Krishna is saying those who are on this path are resolute in purpose and their aim is what? कृष्ण को पाना है. I want to attain Krishna. I want to develop bhakti. I want to get out of this rotting material world. Single purpose. Okay. Such people, what they are very resolute. मतलब दृढ़ता से करते हैं जो भी है. ऐसा नहीं है जब मूड आया तब करता हूँ चैंटिंग. जब टाइम मिला ना, टाइम મળે तो चौकस. टाइम कब? टाइम वक्त गुजरता जाएगा. एक दिन क्या होगा? आजा बेटा, चल अभी आने तो दो 16 माला में. चल चल चल, हो गया, बहुत टाइम दिया लाइफ में. करेक्ट? वो दिन ना आए. करेक्ट? सो देयरफॉर, but if one understands what is the goal of life, one has complete clarity on what is the goal of life, what happens? Such a person becomes very resolute in bhakti. O beloved child of the Kurus. Where in Sanskrit is this mentioned? O beloved child of the Kurus. Kuru Nandana. Kuru Nandana. Kuru ke Nandan. Beloved of the Kurus. The intelligence of those who are irresolute are many branched. Which means what? One who is not able to see the bullseye, they will see everything. What all will they see? ये हंसी वादियाँ, ये खुला आसमां, ये सबको याद रहता है ये वर्स. Okay. So people will, then they will see everything. Right? Like there is one old Hindi song. Shammi Kapoor is singing like this. किसको प्यार करूं, कैसे प्यार करूं, ये भी है, वो भी है. हाय. You remember that song? पुराना जमाने का गाना है वो. Okay, nobody knows, huh? I am the only rascal here.
I am also.
Ayo, uncle. Thank you. कोई तो है मेरा दर्द समझने वाला. Okay, शम्मी कपूर का गाना था वो. जो शम्मी कपूर has so many choices, he doesn't know what to do now. Correct है ना? So like that, we also think इंद्रा भी है, ब्रह्मा भी है, शिव जी भी है, ये भी है, वो भी है. किसको पूजूं भाई? क्या करूं मैं? Right? So therefore Krishna is telling Arjun, बेटा मैं भगवान हूं, मैं तेरे सामने खड़ा हूं. सरेंडर टू मी एंड वर्शिप मी विथ सिंगल पॉइंटेड डिवोशन. इधर उधर दिमाग मत घुमाना. राइट? दैट इज व्हाट इज दैट इधर उधर, व्हाट इज दैट कॉल्ड एज इन संस्कृत? व्हाट इज द वर्ड विच सेज यहां वहां घुमाना? बहुशाखा. वेरी गुड. बिकॉज आई कम फ्रॉम बॉम्बे, वी हैव व्हाट इज कॉल्ड एज शिवसेना शाखा या बीजेपी का शाखा प्रमुख. Shakha Pramukh. Shakha Pramukh means what? Branch ka head. So Bahu Shakha means what? Many branched. So the intelligence of someone who is thinking, should I join Congress? Should I join BJP? नहीं यार, शरद पवार के साथ NCP में चला जाता हूँ अभी. नहीं, इधर जाता हूँ, उधर जाता हूँ. कुछ नहीं होगा. They don't contribute anything also to society, nothing, right? So Krishna is saying single pointed. Have faith in me. Bhagavan is saying what? मेरे पे भरोसा रख. ये सब मेरे नीचे ही काम कर रहे हैं. नरेंद्र मोदी सिंह कहाँ जाके नीचे मर रहा है तो मैं ही मोदी हूँ ना, मेरे को बोल दिया ना बस. ऑल दिस पीपल रिपोर्ट टू मी ओनली. कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर, वो क्या डिफेंस मिनिस्टर, सर वो सीतारामन, वो उनका कुछ ब्लेसिंग चाहिए. मुझे बोल दिया ना, ए निर्मला कम हियर, अपना आदमी है अभी. आपला क्या है गुजराती में क्या बोलते हैं? आपलो मानुस. हाँ, नरेंद्र मोदी बोला आपलो. उसको ऑफकोर्स निर्मला सीतारामन को गुजराती नहीं आता है, तमिल में बोलेंगे. नंबर आड़ याद, संभालो इसको, टेक केयर. अपना आदमी है, इसको तकलीफ नहीं हो. दैट इज कृष्णा. हु इज कृष्णा? कृष्णा इज द नरेंद्र मोदी. ओके, जस्ट सरेंडर टू वन कृष्णा एंड इट्स नॉट दैट दुर्गा देवी विल कम एंड से, क्या भाई आजकल बहुत नखरे चल रहे हैं, कृष्णा कृष्णा बोल रहे हैं, आपने को पूछ ही नहीं रहे तू तो. डू यू थिंक दुर्गा देवी विल डू दैट? नो. Why? Because in Brahma Samhita it is clearly written, Shrishti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Rekha Chayeva Yasya Bhibanani Bibarti Durga Ichchanu Rupam Api Yasya Chachestatesa Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. It is said that Durga Devi herself conducts Durga Devi's activities. She conducts herself according to the will of Lord Krishna. तो उनको प्रॉब्लम नहीं, अपने को क्या प्रॉब्लम है? Correct. Shivji is saying in Srimad Bhagavatam, I am also Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam. He is saying, भगवान शिवजी बोल रहे हैं, मैं खुद भी कृष्ण का चरण में पड़ा रहता हूं. When the Ganga water touched the toenails of Vishnu, I took it on my head because मुझे भी विष्णु का चरण का जो पानी स्मरण वो मुझे अपने सर में लेना है, जो उनका चरण का पानी है. तो अगर शिवजी को प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, दुर्गा देवी को प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, तो हमको क्या प्रॉब्लम है? करेक्ट. सो कृष्णा इज एग्जैक्टली टेलिंग दिस टू अर्जुन इन द बैटलफील्ड ऑफ कुरुक्षेत्र. व्यवसायित्मिका बुद्धि एकेह कुरु नंदन बहुशाखा ही अनंतश्च बुद्धयो अव्यवसायिनाम. ओके. Oh Arjuna, be resolute in purpose. Have full faith in me and put all your coins in me. In bank treasury, what do we do? The treasury manager will do. थोड़ा यूरोपियन डॉलर्स में रखते हैं, थोड़ा इंडियन रुपीस में रखते हैं, थोड़ा अमेरिकन डॉलर में रखते हैं. करेक्ट. थोड़ा we'll keep it in reals, right? That's how a treasury manager. That's called as what? Hedge funding, right? Hedging. In bhakti there is no hedging process. It's not that संडे को एक भगवान, ट्यूसडे को अदर, तीसरा भगवान. तेरे को भी पूछता हूँ अभी, देख ध्यान रखना भाई. हाँ देख, ट्यूसडे को याद है, तेरे पास आता हूँ मैं. गणेश जी प्रॉमिस एवरी ट्यूसडे हाजिरी दे दूंगा. ओके. वेडनेसडे को टाइम नहीं है, उसके पास जाना है, दूसरा भगवान के पास. इज दिस कॉल्ड एज भक्ति? नो, दिस इज जस्ट कॉल्ड एज हेजिंग मेंटालिटी. सो कृष्णा इज एडवाइस. दिस इज द भक्ति वेयर दिस इज द वर्स. टुडेस वर्स इज व्हाट ही इज सेइंग, किल दिस हेजिंग मेंटालिटी. एकेह कुरुनंदना व्यवसायित्मिका बुद्धि, सिंगल पॉइंटेड फोकस मेरे पे रख, एंड आई विल टेक केयर ऑफ एवरीथिंग बिकॉज ऑल दिस पीपल ऑपरेट अंडर माय jurisdiction. Where does Krishna tell that? Where does Krishna tell that? He tells in another verse in Bhagavad Gita, which we will learn later, but that verse is Mayadhyakshena prakrite soyate sacharacharam. Mayadhyaksha मतलब मेरे अध्यक्ष में ये सब काम कर रहे हैं, तो सिर्फ मेरे ऊपर ध्यान दे. Do not worry, सबका मैं देख लूंगा. You and I have a connection, that's all. Okay? Hare Krishna, welcome. All right. So we will go further. So this is your verse for the next week. Everyone understood the meaning of this verse? Okay. Now we will go to the next section, Japa section. Shri Namamrita, the nectar of the holy name. Neha Mataji, you want to read? Yeah, that paragraph. जोर से पढ़िए. The Hare Krishna mantra, वहां से पढ़िए. You want the mic? Can someone pass the mic to her? The last one, right? Correct.
Prabhuji, are you not doing japa?
Sorry? So we are in the japa section right now. There is a paragraph called as Sri Namamrita, the nectar of the holy name. So we will read that and then we will do the japa. Okay? Like we do always. Yeah.
Only the Vijas.
ऊपर एक लाइन है ना, द हरे कृष्णा.
The Hare Krishna mantra is specially suited to deliver us from the dangers of the Kali Yuga. Only the Vijas, the Brahmanas, and the Devas, the demigods, can be delivered from material existence by the instructions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Whatever is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead is mantra and is suitable for delivering the conditioned souls from mental speculation. The conditioned souls are engaged in a struggle for existence.
मनश्ष्ठान इंद्रियाणि प्रकृति स्थानी करसति. भगवद गीता 15.7. नेक्स्ट पेज, यू प्लीज कंटिन्यू. मतलब
Deliverance from this struggle constitutes the highest benefit. But unless one gets a mantra from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, deliverance is impossible. The beginning mantra is the Gayatri mantra. Therefore, after purification, when one is qualified to become a Brahman, he is offered the Gayatri mantra. Simply by chanting the Gayatri mantra, one can be delivered. This mantra, however, is suitable only for the Brahmins and the demigods. In Kali Yuga, in Kali Yuga, we are all in a very difficult position in which we need a suitable mantra which can deliver us from the dangers of this age. Therefore, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in his incarnation as God,
Lord Chaitanya,
gives us the Hare Krishna mantra. In his
शिक्षाष्टका. शिक्षाष्टका मतलब अष्टका means 8 verses. शिक्षा in 8 verses. शिक्षा in अष्टका. शिक्षाष्टका.
Shikshashtaka, Lord Chaitanya says,
Param Vijayate. Not Pranam. Param Vijayate.
Shri Krishna
Sankirtanam. Very nice. Yeah.
All glories to the chanting of Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. The Mahamantra
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare
is directly chanted by the Lord Himself, who gives us this mantra for deliverance. We cannot invent any means to be delivered from the dangers of material existence. Sparks are beautiful as long as they are in the supreme fire. Similarly, we have to remain in the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and always engage in devotional service, for then we shall always be brilliant and illuminating. As soon as we fall from the service of the Lord, our brilliance and illumination will immediately be extinguished, or at least stop for some time. When we, living entities, who are like sparks of the original fire, the Supreme Lord, fall into the material condition, we must take the mantra from the Supreme Personality of Godhead as it is offered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By chanting this Hare Krishna mantra, we shall be delivered from all the difficulties of this material world.
Srimad Bhagavatam. Where is this from? This paragraph? Srimad Bhagavatam. What is 8.6.15 mean? 8th canto, 6th chapter, and very nice, beautiful. Okay. So before we begin chanting, just 1 minute on what is this. Which yuga are we in? Are we in Satya Yuga, Treta, Dwapar, or Kali? We are in Kali Yuga. Everyone knows that, right? Kali Yuga mein, what is the age of human beings? Less or more? Very less. And it is going to become worse in future, right? We saw that. What is that? Tatascha anudinam dharmam satyam shaucham shamadaya kalena balina rajan nankshati ayu balam smriti. जैसा जैसा कलयुग बढ़ता जा रहा है, बढ़ता जाएगा, what will happen? The age of human beings will become छोटा, right? Less and less and less, right? Now in this small lifetime, okay, if we have to depend on Gayatri mantra for deliverance, then what is mentioned here? We have to come to the platform of Brahmanas, okay? Brahman means Brahman के पेट में पैदा होना चाहिए, वही Brahman है. True or false? False. This is what is the nonsense propaganda in India going on, right? Because most people, किसी ने पढ़ा ही नहीं ना भगवद गीता, किसी ने स्क्रिप्चर कहाँ पढ़ा है? एवरीवन इज बिजी लर्निंग जावा इन 21 days. करेक्ट. किसको टाइम है पढ़ने के लिए सब? करेक्ट. पीपल रीड मैनेजमेंट बुक्स, बट वेदा किसने पढ़ा है? भगवत गीता किसने छुआ है? नोबडी नोज एनीथिंग. पीपल हु आर फर्स्ट क्लास फ्राइडे रात को दारू पियेंगे, ऐश करेंगे, कुछ भी खाएंगे, एंड देन दे विल से साहब हम भी ब्राह्मण हूँ, इधर देखो, एंड दे विल शो वन थ्रेड which most probably will be black in color because धोया नहीं है बहुत दिन से उसको. Forget about chanting Gayatri on that, right? So therefore this is not Brahman. Krishna clearly says Brahmana is by what? Chaturvaranam maya shishtam guna karma vibhagashah. Brahmana is by what? Gun and karma. You cannot say we are recruiting general managers for ANZ Bank, so we require all people who have long hair to come and participate in the interview. How ridiculous does it sound? You will say, what nonsense, man. I have the ability to be a general manager. I have done that in earlier banks. I am the most qualified. Look at my merits here. And just because I don't have long hair, you will not call me a general manager? How ridiculous does it sound? That is how ridiculous it sounds to reject a person who has got all Brahminical qualities just because he has got a low birth, in a poor family or some other lower caste. This is nonsense. So people have not understood Varnashrama dharma. That is why what happens in India, we see what is called as caste politics. You see that? But जो भी भगवत गीता जिसने बराबर से समझा है ना, he will never do caste politics. Bhagavad Gita has got only one message. What is that message? Love everyone, respect everyone. Right? But why this division is there? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. It is based on what? Guna and karma. Guna and karma. Guna means what? Qualities. And karma means activities of that person. Right? So, in Kali Yuga, everyone is called as what? Shudra. Shudra means what? Shudra is a person who works under someone else for money. Hands up if you do that. Correct. That is called Shudra. Right? So therefore it is called. Shudra is not wrong. It's not bad. Shudra कैसा बोला आपने मुझे? Because Shudra is a proper word. It's a respectable word. Okay? Like when Mahatma Gandhi said Harijan, everyone thought, आप हरिजन हो, हरिजन हो, हरिजन हो, हरिजन से दूर रहो. हरिजन is a big position भाई. हरिजन means कौन? भगवान का, अल्लाह का बंदा बोलते हैं तो कोई भागता है क्या? फिर हरिजन बोलेंगे तो क्यों भागते हैं लोग? Correct? Harijan is a very big word. All of us are what? Harijans. Everybody, every living entity is Harijan. सब लोग हरि से ही आए हैं. Right? Sikhism will also say the same thing. Hinduism will also same thing. Right? Any religion will say like that. Correct? So we don't understand these things. So Prabhupada, when he says Brahman can chant Gayatri mantra chant करने के लिए we have to come to certain platform of purity. Then only Gayatri mantra will deliver. For example, if let us say government comes and tells me, अरे बॉस इधर आना, नाम क्या है? मेरा जगन्नाथ रामदास. आजा भाई. वो क्या है? तेरे को कारगिल में जाके ना उधर लड़ने का है. AK-47 देता हूँ तेरा हाथ में. ओके, व्हाट इज दैट? कलाशनिकोव मेरे को दिया. व्हाट विल हैपन? व्हाट विल हैपन इफ एनिमी कम्स? वो गन उसको मारेगा या नहीं? मैं खुद गिर जाऊंगा बिकॉज ऑफ द वाइब्रेशन ऑफ दैट गन. इज द गन पावरफुल? इज द गन पावरफुल? Do I have the adhikar to operate that gun? Do I have the qualification and the training to operate? No. Therefore, what will happen? It will give viparit effect. उल्टा effect पड़ेगा. मैं ही उधर collapse होके गिर जाऊंगा. I will have multiple bone fractures because of the vibration. I can't handle the recoil of the gun. Right? For that, you should prepare your body, no? So, something which is powerful still has to be in the hands of a qualified person. Now that is where Hare Krishna Mahamantra comes. Hare Krishna Mahamantra is that AK-47 gun which is equally powerful to Gayatri mantra, but you don't need even a physique for doing that. अब ये तो अच्छा है यार. मतलब ये ऐसा वाला छोटा वाला पिस्टल दिया मुझे, वो इसमें ना रंगोली होली में लेके जाते हैं ना, पुस पुस मारने के लिए पानी, रंग पंचमी, and then still it can do the same job of a. मैं बोला दे दो गवर्नमेंट मुझे ये दे दो, I can do this very easy. Right? That is what Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That's exactly what Prabhupada is mentioning here. ये इतना easy है, इसके लिए कोई qualification की भी जरूरत नहीं है. You can be fallen in the gutter after drinking whiskey fully. That तो किधर? गटर में पड़ा रह के उधर भी कोई माला दिया ना, you can still say Hare Krishna, and it will give you the same power. There is no qualification, there is no time, there is no place for this, no rules. And Kali Yuga people are what? They are all mudhas. We are all what? Less intelligent. Okay. For us, what has been given? Most powerful weapon. Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay. So, Ekeha Kurunandana, Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, with single pointed focus, will full faith, let us chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra because this is the only way of deliverance in Kal Yuga. Okay, so let's chant nicely now. We are stacking behind time. We'll try to use the accelerator. थोड़ा 5 मिनट इधर उधर होगा because आपने आपका मैंने माना ना. थोड़ा speak on the verse. थोड़ा you have to give me some extra time. Okay. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधारा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. There is a new member in the blue shirt उधर पीछे, उनको जरा बताइए, just help him to chant how to hold the beat सब ना जरा देख लें. New members to be. कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे हरे. That Mataji behind, I think she's sitting in a chair. If you believe that she needs to be trained on how to chant, seeing her finger position and all that, then you please help her how to hold the bead and all that. Mataji on the chair, that way. She's come first. You know her? She's sitting on the chair behind, right behind. If you just go and see if she's holding the bead. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you. All of you are chanting wonderfully. Most of you had your eyes closed and full attention. Very nice. Beautiful. How was the experience of chanting? Everyone's enjoying chanting? Yeah. This is your personal time with Krishna. This is your personal time with Bhagavan. Okay. Right now what you did was the most important activity of life, of our existence. This is the most important activity. It sounds little bit fanatical, but it is true. It's the most important activity that we can ever do in our life. Nothing is more important in our human form of life than whatever we did now, right? So anyone who had the opportunity to increase their number of rounds since last week, or anyone who started chanting regularly? Yes? I've started. Hare Krishna. Very good. Hare Krishna. Tarunaji and Karunaji. Very good. So happy to hear that. Anyone else? Everyone else is maintaining whatever they started? Yeah, it's like a sine wave. In mathematics we have sine wave, na upar jata hai graph, phir niche aata hai. Everyone maintaining? Steady? Okay, very good. Nice. Okay. So please share your realizations if any. Okay. You can feel free to share your realizations. आपको क्या लग रहा है chanting से? माता जी, you have been chanting for some time? और first time किया आपने या आप regularly कर रहे हो? Regularly कर रहे हो? Very nice. Okay, thank you. All right. So then we will move on to our next module in the interest of time. Before Abhishek, Prabhu pins me to the wall at 9 o'clock. Okay. We will go slightly overboard. Okay. But we'll try and see as much as possible. We'll try to come as close to 9 as possible today. Okay. आज थोड़ा पीछे चल रहा है. Okay. Spiritual edification from the laws of nature, page 38 to page 44, by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Okay. What is the topic for today? The way of knowing God. Okay. So Manta Mataji, from here can we start like that? ऐसा जाते हैं. One paragraph each. Try to read little faster.
Shall I start?
Start.
The way of knowing God. In the Vedic discipline
Disciplic succession.
or discipline succession, the spiritual masters always base their statements on what they have heard from authoritative sources, never on personal experience. Trying to understand things by one's own direct experience is the material process of gaining knowledge, technically called
Pratyaksha.
The Vedic method is different. It is called Shruti, which means to hear from authoritative sources. That is the secret of Vedic understanding.
Yeah, you can pass on the mic and next person can speak, and like that keep passing the mic.
With your imperfect senses, you should not try to understand things which are beyond your experimental powers. That is not possible. Suppose you want to know who your father is. Can you find out by experimenting? Is it possible? No. Then how can you know who is your father? Who your father is? By hearing from proper authority, your mother. This is common sense. And if you cannot know your material father by the experimental process, then how can you know the Supreme Father by the experimental process? Krishna is the original Father. He is the Father of the Father of the Father, all the way down to you. So if you cannot understand your immediate father, the previous generation, by the experimental process, then how can you know God or Krishna in this way?
People search for God by experimental process, but after much searching, they fail. Then they say, oh, there's no God, I'm God. But the Ishopanishad says that one should try to learn about God not by experimental process, but by hearing. From one should hear.
From whom should we hear?
From whom should one hear? From shopkeeper? From fanatics? No. One should hear from those who are dhira. Dhira means one whose senses are not agitated by material influence.
So if you want real knowledge, you should take knowledge from the literature known as Vedas. The word Veda means knowledge. Part of the Vedas are the 108 Upanishads, out of which 11 are very important. Of these 11, the Upanishads stand first in the word Upanishad. Upa means near. Up means near. So the knowledge in the Upanishad will take you nearer to Krishna.
In learned society, the Vedas are accepted as Shruti or primary evidence. The Vedas are not knowledge established by the research work of contemplated conditioned soul. Such people have imperfect senses and so they cannot see things as they are. They simply theorize. It may be like this, it may be like that. That is not knowledge. Knowledge is defined without any doubt or mistake.
Conditioned souls commit mistakes, become illusioned, and cheat. How do they cheat? When one who does not understand the Bhagavad Gita writes a commentary on it, he is cheating the innocent public. Someone has a title as a scholar, so he takes advantage of the popularity of the Bhagavad Gita and writes a commentary. Such so-called scholars claim that anyone can give his own opinion. But in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that only his devotee can understand the Gita. So these so-called scholars are cheating.
Can you pass on? Yeah. Next.
The conclusion is that if you want genuine spiritual knowledge, you have to approach a bona fide spiritual master who has realized the absolute truth.
Thank you. Okay, so now there is a full passage. Now there are questions, there are discovery and understanding questions. So we'll give all of you 3-4 minutes, quickly go through it, reminisce, and then mark your answers, and then we'll start discussing. Okay. Everyone has got a pen and a sheet in hand. Mataji, you don't have your own sheet? Have you not been given a sheet? Oh Krishna. प्रभु आपके पास शीट नहीं है? Okay. All right. Let's begin. Mention 2 ways in which we can obtain knowledge. Who wants to? Yes, Mataji, behind. Yes.
Obtain knowledge technically called pratyasha, and one way is a Vedic method. It's called Shruti.
Very nice. So there are 2 methods of acquiring knowledge. The first one is called as what? Pratyaksha Praman. Pratyaksha Praman means what? Direct sense perception. Directly मैंने देखा. Okay. And second one is called as what? Shruti. Shruti means what? By hearing. These are 2 ways of acquiring knowledge. Okay. How have the Vedas come down to us? Prabhuji, you want to take that? Yeah, you wanted to take the earlier one, no? Sorry, I couldn't give you the opportunity. How have the Vedas come down to us? Discovery 2. Very nice. Yes, through Shruti, yes. But how they have come, from where? From where did they originate? कहाँ से आया वेदा? Yeah, from the Supreme Father, yes. The Vedas are called as the song of God. Okay, so Vedas have come from what is called as Pranava Omkar. Okay, Pranava Omkar. When originally at the time of creation, the Vedas were given to mankind through the sound vibration. So it's also song of God. Okay, we can study details of that later on. When we get into Srimad Bhagavatam gives details. Kaisa hua sab kuch. Okay, which scientists call as the Big Bang. Right? So Big Bang is nothing but another word for it's the scientist's conception of Pranava Omkar, because Big Bang में क्या आता है सबसे ज़्यादा? आवाज, sound. So what is the original cosmic sound? Om. Yeah. So that Pranava Omkara, from there came the Vedas. All knowledge was disseminated from there by the Lord. That is where the Vedas have come down to us. How have they come down to us? For example, Bhagavad Gita हमको और आपको किसने बताया? Krishna came with a flute. Ting tong. Yeah, hello. अरे कृष्णा, अरे भगवान स्वयं आए. बोला भगवद गीता सिखाता हूँ यार. छुट्टी था आज मेरा. Annual leave लिया, अभी आपके घर पे आया. Does it work like that? No. Krishna will not come directly and teach us Bhagavad Gita. How will he come? He will come through his devotee. Who is the devotee? For us it is Srila Prabhupada. Through his books we are able to understand the scriptures, right? So that is called as parampara. Parampara means what? Disciplic succession. गुरु शिष्य परंपरा के थ्रू कोई भी ज्ञान प्राप्त होता है. ठीक है? All knowledge. We also received knowledge through Guru only, na? When we were born, did we know integration and calculus? we learned everything. ABCD भी कहाँ से सीखा? Teacher से. Okay? The A for apple, right? Okay. So everything comes from a pedigree of teachers. Who should we hear the Vedas from? There is an interesting question. किससे सुनना चाहिए Vedas? Huh? Okay, one person. Okay, let's go one by one. You tell. From Dhiras, yes. What is the meaning of Dhiras? From this side. Anyone? Yes, Mataji.
Dhira means one whose senses are not agitated by material influence.
Yes, one whose senses are not agitated by material influence. जिसको ना हमसे कुछ नहीं चाहिए. सिर्फ वही भगवद गीता हमको दे सकता है. If anyone tries to with vested interests, चलो यार, सब लोगों को let us do भगवद गीता. We will become popular, and when I have my own political party, I will tell all these people to vote for me and show my strength in the parliament. What is that? Is that purity of purpose? That is nonsense. Correct? Or let me take money from everyone, like that, in the name of Allah के नाम पे, भगवान के नाम पे थोड़ा सब लोग देते रहो. Right? So you can only trust someone who doesn't want anything from you and who only wants to give you. Okay? So the Vedas can really, what is the highest Dipankar Prabhu, Dipankar ji, can you address that noise? नहीं आपने बैठिए, you are part of this program. You have to sit and hear. Okay? We have volunteers who will take care of that. We have enough of them. Okay? So sorry, what was I saying? Sorry, lost my concentration. Huh? Yes, so we cannot hear from someone who desires any material profit. What is the qualification for someone to be a guru, to teach shastras? Yeah, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
I forgot the full form of SAP.
Who knows Sambandha, Abhidheya and Prayojana, SAP. Very good, sir. Okay. Very good. You have done your homework very nicely. You remember everything. Okay. Sambandha Gyan, Abhideya Gyan and Prayojana Gyan. Right? But to put it in simple language so that you have a take-home message for today, the most essential qualification for giving spiritual education to others is what? It's very simple. Genuine concern for others' welfare. Simple. Not showing off our knowledge to others. What is it? Genuine concern for human beings. So, who had this genuine concern for human beings? Original father had Krishna. Uske baad his representatives who are called as what? Paramahamsa Sant. Santon ka jo parampara hai na? They are the people, the saints, the Sant log, they live only to help others. Only such a person is qualified to give knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Only such a person is qualified to translate scriptures. Not any politician or a scholar who wants to become popular by writing books and then getting the, what is that, Pulitzer Prize for it, right? These are all material aspirations of someone, right? So that is very important. So the person has to come in parampara, Guru Shishya parampara. With an example, understanding question. Explain why we cannot understand God on our own. घर में बैठ के भगवान को क्यों नहीं समझा जा सकता है? Yes, Mataji, you want to answer? With an example? Okay. Anyone else who wants to give an example based on what you learned here? This passage is giving you clues. It is giving you clues. This is a slightly difficult passage. इतना सरल नहीं है answer इसमें. Correct? But still you have to concentrate and understand from here. Like this your comprehension will improve. Okay? With an example, explain why we cannot understand God on our own. The paragraph gives some clues.
So it's an experimental process as if we, if there's a son, so we have to, a mother has to let her know that he's a father. Otherwise, he won't understand and he has to understand from some authoritative person. So similarly, if we have to know about God, so there has to be some authoritative person.
Yes.
Where we can understand.
Wonderful. Very good understanding. So, why we cannot understand God on our own? Okay. Now you can note down. Okay. What is this called as? I am speaking on this. What is this called as? Mic. So remember MICS. Mics. Okay. I will tell you what is the full form of this. Right? Why we cannot understand God on our own? The M stands for we are all fallible. We have a tendency to make mistakes. That is the M. Okay. ये सब संस्कृत में इसका words है. Okay. I'll tell you the Sanskrit verse for this later, but right now I'm telling in English. Okay. Mistakes. Right. The second is we are all susceptible to being under illusion. That is the I part. M for mistakes, I for illusion. C is we have a tendency to cheat ourselves as well as others. That is the C. Cheating propensity. And what is S? S means our senses are imperfect. For example, what is this? काले काले मुखड़े पे काला काला चश्मा. Correct? मेरा मुंह तो गोरा नहीं है. I cannot call myself, right? काला काला मुखड़े पे गोरा गोरा चश्मा है. मेरा उल्टा हो गया. Right? Now why do I need this chashma? Because my eyes are imperfect. Right? And after old age, what happens? We further get, what is that? Cataract. Right? So वो भी करना पड़ता है. जो सामने है वो धुंधला दिखाई दे रहा है. Right? So our senses are imperfect. We have a cheating propensity. I was talking to two scientists. Okay. One of these scientists, okay, a very close friend of mine, he's a devotee in our congregation. He is in the who's who in the world. I'll bring him one day here, okay, to address all of us. His name is Dr. Rajkumar Bhuiya. Google him and you'll go crazy at his credentials, right? Okay, so I got to know him when he used to come for Bhagavad Gita programs many years back. He studied Bhakti Shastri course with us. Okay, so he was one of our students. Very humble man. He is in the who's who and he is in the world's top 10 scientists at this point in time. The world's number one authority in what they call as cloud computing. If you know, Dr. Rajkumar Bhuya, see the number of patents he has got. He sings Kirtan in our temple. He does deity worship. Okay, he does sweeping, everything he does. Right, very humble man. Right. So he told me, abhi he's an authority everyone respect. Who's who mein naam hai Wikipedia mein aur kya chahiye, right? So he told me most of the research work, okay, is funded by who? Corporates. So what they do is they follow what is called as the dosa principle. What is the dosa principle? DOSA, dosa. Decision oriented systematic analysis. Decision oriented systematic analysis. They have already told what the output of the research should say. All the scientist has to do is what? He has to juggle the numbers. बेटा 1 + 2 3 है, लेकिन मैं बोल रहा हूँ तुझे PhD चाहिए ना तो 5 लिख उधर. हाँ लिखता हो ना सरकार. Yes sir. Right? This is called as what? Cheating propensity. The whole world is now engulfed in this cheating propensity. You no longer know what research to believe and what research not to believe. Okay? Cheating propensity. Illusion. Illusion means what? We are susceptible to being under illusion. When you look at a stick within water, the stick appears to be bent. Do you know what are optical illusions? You see things which are not there. In corporate, they also tell you, अरे वो तो दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है, बिल भी दिख रहा है ही नहीं, वो भी दिखता है. So this is called as what? Illusion. That illusion in Sanskrit is called as what? Maya Shakti of the Lord. Okay? Maya Shakti covers us completely to say that you are the enjoyer, you are only God, you are in control. Whatever you do, you will go to heaven. What is this people, these jihadis who are raping women and thinking that God will be very pleased with them, right, for killing all these people and raping the women? What is that called as? It is called as being under illusion. What do you think it is? It is illusion. Abbe, foolish man, you are in Brahm. Brahm mein ho aap. You have been completely covered by some nonsense, right? And they are intelligent human beings. Do you think they are school failures? Some of them are BTechs. They are computer engineers who can easily come under illusion, right? So material education does not guarantee us that we will come out of Maya Shakti. Maya Shakti is very powerful. अच्छों को खराब कर देता है वो, right? So, and the first one is what? Making mistakes. We all make mistakes, right? Right? Even after teaching many times, what happens? Students make mistakes. After telling also step 1, step 2, step 3, again students will do mistake. फिर बताया फिर mistake. फिर बताया फिर mistake. Right? In school, have we done mistakes like that? Teacher used to she used to beat like that. Still again mistake. Then one slap. Then again mistake. Then outside the class again mistake. Suspend from school again mistake. Correct? So because of these 4 problems, we cannot understand God out of our own. What are the 4? ऑर्डर में बोलिए MICA. चलो हाँ, लेट्स ट्राई. हो गया. Mics. Okay. So if anyone asks you this, you should tell them mics. Which literatures give us real knowledge about God? Which literatures give real knowledge? The Vedas, because they are coming directly from God. उसमें कोई मिलावट नहीं है, बीच वाला आदमी. No, there is no middleman here. Correct? With a vested interest. Why are these literatures perfect? Because they have come from the perfect person. What is one name of Krishna? Krishna is called as what? Achyuta. In Marathi, many people keep this name called Achyut. Achyut Deshpande. Like that they'll keep, right? What is that Achyut? Achyut means one who cannot make a mistake. Who is that only Achyut man? Krishna. Right? So Krishna is Achyuta. So he is beyond this material defect because he is Bhagavan. Material nature works under his guidance, right? Therefore, whatever literatures come directly from Bhagavan, we only trust those literatures. Who can really understand the Bhagavad Gita and why? Okay, what is there in the paragraph? Come on, now one of you answer. Who can really understand the Bhagavad Gita? Very good. Only a devotee can understand. A devotee. जिसने भगवान का शरण लिया है वही भगवद गीता को समझ सकता है. Otherwise, no amount of your material knowledge, your PhD degree, no. What is the use of all that? One day we are going to be carried on the Ram Naam Satya hai, Ram Naam Satya hai. Will they give you sandalwood वाला burial? सैंडलवुड वाला देंगे आपको? अरे ये PhD था यार, अरे इस पास आउट फ्रॉम कार्नेगी मेलन ना, ये वॉर्टन में पढ़ाई किया, चलो चलो इसको सैंडलवुड वाला देते हैं. Nothing. We will all become, what is that verse? Dust are you and dust you shall become. Correct? Everyone is going to come to the same platform, right? So only a devotee can understand. Any amount of material qualifications we cannot understand God. Bhagavad Gita in Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yash chashmi tatvatah. In elsewhere, Krishna also says, Mam chavyo vibhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatityaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. To understand Brahman, or to come to the Brahman platform also, one needs to be above what? Sagunan samatityaitan. ये तीनों गुणों से बाहर होना चाहिए. कौन सा तीन गुण? Very good. Everyone remembers? Sattva gun means what? Mode of goodness. Rajogun means what? Mode of passion. And tamagun means what? Mode of ignorance. So one who is only beyond these three modes, the grip of these three modes, only such a person can understand the messages that are coming from Bhagwan with a very clear head. Otherwise the intelligence will be colored. हम लोग क्या करेंगे? I'll tell you how an intelligence can color. Some rascals in India, what they are doing? They are saying, कृष्ण ने रास लीला रचाया था, तो मैं भी दाढ़ी बढ़ाता हूँ, I will also call some ladies and मैं भी अपना रास लीला करता हूँ. बोलते हैं कृष्ण भक्ति करेंगे, चलो सब लोग आ जाओ, हम लोग सब रास लीला करते हैं. That is called as what? Prabhupada said, this is not ras leela, this is rascal leela. Rascal leela, right? That is not ras leela, right? So people, what they do, because to satisfy even their sex desire, they will use what? They will misquote from somewhere, because they all have vested interest. They are filled with lust in their hearts, in their head. Their head cannot think anything other than sex. Therefore, only a person who is beyond this can really talk the Bhagavad Gita. And such a person is who? Our saintly personalities who are there. Srila Prabhupada and the entire parampara. And when we speak Bhagavad Gita, as long as we repeat whatever they said without inventing things from our pocket, we may not be perfect, but whatever we say is still perfect. As long as the maths teacher has studied in a proper university and then she tells you 1 plus 2 is 3, she may not be perfect, but because she is only repeating what is genuine, whatever she says becomes perfect. Otherwise, there is no authority for anyone to speak Bhagavad Gita in Kali Yuga. Everyone, we cannot say, I will wait for the day till मैं परमहंस हो जाऊंगा and then मैं भगवद गीता बोलूंगा. Because the day we will say, हाँ मैं परमहंस हो गया अभी, then you are not a paramahams. Then you are only proud. Right? A paramahams doesn't say he is paramahams. Correct? Right? So therefore we have to understand that way. So understand only from devotee. Why? Because a devotee doesn't want anything from you. A devotee comes only to give Krishna to everyone. A devotee does not come to take anything from anyone. Right? Therefore you can trust a devotee, a pure devotee of the Lord. Why should we be selective in whom we hear the Bhagavad Gita from? Why? If we hear from anyone, what will happen? He may have vested interests. So what happened? We will also go and participate in some Ras Leela somewhere and get cheated.
It can be misinterpreted.
Sorry?
It can be misinterpreted.
It can be misinterpreted. Is it being misinterpreted today? 100%. Why do you think? Is religion dividing people today? No. It is ideology which is dividing people today. Religion has been misinterpreted based on somebody's ideology. And that is why people are getting divided. Pure religion is Sanatana Dharma. It never will divide anyone. And whatever we are studying is what? Sanatana Dharma, because it is coming to us in the pure form, without masala. And who will give us in pure form? Only a person who has got academic integrity towards the scriptures. Who are such personalities? They are called as Sant, saintly personalities, right? In Gujarat, Narsi Mehta. In Maharashtra, Tukaram, Namdev, saintly persons. Gora Kumbha, right? In South India, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, right? Like that, in every part, we have saintly personalities who have descended. So we hear from them, right? Okay. Have you found a path which will take you to God? This is, don't find the answer in the paragraph. This is a question for you. Aapka realization. So who all want to share? Very quickly. 10 seconds realization. Have you found a path which will take you to God? Share one realization of yours very briefly so that everyone gets a chance. Okay. Who wants to go? Yes, Malay bro.
By attending Krishna house.
Okay. So you have found a path by attending this program. Why? Why do you believe?
So this way we at least get to know what is the how to actually understand the God and because in our from childhood we thought to do prayers differently and maybe nobody actually knew what is the real process, but at least we know that what process should be we should be following.
Very good. Thank you so much for your realizations. Anyone else?
Yeah, I would say because I've been worshipping demigods in the past. So because demigods, we have so many demigods, for money, for everything. But when we speak to our friends, as well, when you pray to God, you get this one. But when I started, learning and attending these classes, and my wife also, she's here, and we both discuss each other. There's something beyond what was taught by friends and families, and by parents as well, the forefathers as well. They don't know the absolute truth. Now when we read all this Bhagavad Gita and attending classes, there is more we are understanding and there is a realization that it is one.
Very good. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. Anyone else from this side?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I agree with this that attending this program, it's it is taking towards towards God. At least we are taking baby steps because we have realized that previously. In a week or maybe in a month, we used to think that okay, we will go to temple and we'll just go and remember God, but somehow it wasn't happening, and now we kind of look forward to every Friday that yes, at least we'll go there, and even after while going back to our home, so we even discuss with our kids that what did you learn from this program, and even they are very much. They are learning as well, so they share their experiences and about what they have learned about God. So yes, we have realized that it is really making a big difference in our day-to-day life, and and towards chanting and towards making it closer to God. So.
Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. Wonderful. You want to share anything, Puti Mataji?
The experience is like the chanting thing. Chanting has made a difference, like starting with connection and offering prasadam. Like all these things we came to know from here. So it is connecting.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Anyone else wanting to share realizations? No? Yes. Can you pass the mic here?
I think it's not working.
Mic is not working? Okay, you can take this mic.
I feel like it's just understanding Bhagavad Gita from spiritual person, and once you know the Bhagavad Gita, then just put into practice. That would change life.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That would really change life.
Thank you. It was a wonderful, crisp answer. Thank you. Thank you. कोई था or we missed someone? Yes, word.
I think like we know from the beginning that how we can do the puja and everything, but the knowledge what you share with us is very important. And like it clears your mind with all the questions and which we may have forgot, and it just refreshing everything again, and which is good for this time.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your realization. All right. So we will go to the last part now. We won't take 10 minutes. We'll just take 2 minutes more. Preaching is the essence. By His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, from page 14 of this book. I'm going to read it myself. After being saved, the devotee should preach Krishna consciousness. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also advised Vasudeva to preach about Krishna and thus liberate living entities. This is not Vasudeva, Krishna's father, huh? Vasudeva, that is. Okay. So this is not that. Okay. This is another Vasudeva Vipra. Okay. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised Vasudeva Vipra to preach about Krishna and thus liberate living entities. As a result, Krishna would very soon accept him as his devotee. Now we will see who's that Vasudeva. Although Vasudeva Vipra was a leper. You know what's a leper, everyone? Suffering from leprosy. Although he was a leper and had suffered greatly, still Chaitanya Mahaprabhu cured him. The only return the Lord wanted was that Vasudeva preach the instructions of Krishna and liberate all human beings. That is the process of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Each and every member of this society was rescued from a very abominable condition, but now they are engaged in preaching the cult of Krishna consciousness. If one wants to be recognized, this is the punchline for today. If one wants to be recognized as a devotee of Krishna, he should take to preaching work, following the advice of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then one will undoubtedly attain the lotus feet of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then one will undoubtedly attain the lotus feet of Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Lord Krishna himself, without delay. बहुत जल्दी मिल जाएगा. If we पहले हमारे मुख पे लगाएं, फिर दूसरों के मुख पे लगाएं. Aircraft, right? First we perfect our lives by studying the Bhagavad Gita, by becoming steady devotees, and then we go out to save the world, which is rotting today. Correct? So this paragraph is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. What is CC? CC doesn't mean copy to. Okay. CC means Chaitanya Charitamrita. That is another granth. This is from Madhya Leela, 7th chapter, 148th verse. If you open the book, you will see it between pages 74 to 75. Okay. So all of us must go out and give this message to other people. One of the ways you can do it is by simply inviting people for this program. Right. If you like it, go ahead and invite others for this program. Let the world take benefit of the process of bhakti. Okay. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. By the way, today there's one announcement. Today is Nidhivan Mataji's birthday. Okay. Correct, no? Yes. So please pray for her. Nidhivan Mataji and Kumudvan Prabhu, who I don't know how many of you know them, but they are amongst the backbones of this program, who were serving here, making prasadam. There are many others who are doing it, but they were also doing it, but their child is going through poor health right now. So they are they are under a lot of difficulty at this point in time, but again, being very good devotees, they are still continuing their Krishna Bhakti very nicely. In fact, you know what they did since last week? They have joined, they have enrolled for Srimad Bhagavatam. Usually what happens when you are faced with misery, what do you say? Bhagwan, tu hai kya? Andha ho gaya? Like that is what human reaction, normal people react like that. What do devotees do when faced with difficulty? They further take shelter of Krishna. That is what Draupadi did, right? जितना साड़ी निकालने को देखा उन लोगों ने, what she did, more and more she called out to Krishna, like that. That is what a devotee does. Devotee connects more with Bhagavan when in more difficulty. So that's exactly this family is doing, right? So today is Mataji's birthday, so please pray for her that Krishna gives her a lot of good health, bhakti, and gives her the courage to go through the challenges of life and emerge successful out of this. Like that. Okay, so please pray for her. Okay? Also, there are Janmashtami is around the corner. Okay, so there will be a lot of volunteering services that will be required. So we request all of you to get in touch with Dipankar Prabhu, okay, and Zarna Mataji. They will talk to you about, advise you on, and you will keep in touch with your WhatsApp. Okay, there all the services will be posted. So it's very nice idea for our Altona Meadows Bhakti Vriksha ki Jai. To all of us go and then take up some service there, like that. We will talk more about it in the next week as well. Okay. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Now we will say the Prasadam prayers. And then please you can start serving Prasadam. Mahaprasade Govinde Namo Brahmane Vaishnave Swalpa Punyavatam Rajan Vishwaso Naiva Jayate Sharira Vidyajal Jadendriyata He Kal Jive Fele Vishay Sagare Tara Madhye Jivahati Lobho Maya Shudurmati ताके जेता कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बड़ो दयामय कोरी बारे जीव जाय सब प्रसादन न दिलो भाई से अन्नमत पाओ श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ प्रेमे दाको श्री चैतन्य निताय जय निमाय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे राधा वल्लभ महाप्रसादम की जय. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.